your safe place at this time. And just so that you know exactly what we're looking at, it is a tornado warning. It does not expire until 1:30 this afternoon, but it is for Crockett, Gibson, Haywood, and Lauderdale counties. Please make sure at this time you are in your safe place. You have called your family. You have let them know that there could be some severe weather in that area right now. Clear some of this stuff off your screen, and I'll zoom out just a little bit more so we can see the storm a little bit better. And we'll see exactly what we're looking at for hail here right now. The debris detector is not showing any debris, so that's good news there, but this hail size could be very large. In fact, that's probably one of my main concerns. I know overnight last night we were looking at some really high hail with those storms that came in around 3 or 4 o'clock here in the metro Memphis area. In fact, it woke me up last night with that hail, and that was another one of our concerns with what this storm system could be bringing, whether it's high winds or whether it's heavy rainfall as well. Looks like they just trimmed that tornado warning down just a little bit. But it does still include Crockett and Haywood County. As far as hail size is concerned, it looks like it could be greater than an inch, which is still large enough to be making some type of an impact. So make sure that you are weather aware. Make sure that you're in your safe place. Get away from those windows at this time. Make sure that you are currently in where you need to be. In fact, I will click this and this will give me a little bit more information on the newest tornado warning. Looks like they may have scaled back on Lauderdale County. And I will go ahead and click that. So for 1:30, Crockett, Haywood, and Gibson counties right now, that is where your tornado warning is. And it does say, or tornado possible now. So that is the latest update. And I'll read this bulletin for you. Quarter-size hail could be possible. This is near Humboldt, Trenton, Alamo, Bells, Bradford, Chestnut Bluff, Maury City, Friendship, Gadsden, Gibson as well. As of right now, we are not seeing any confirmation of a tornado, but this does say tornado possible in this tornado warning. So that lets us know that this cell is definitely gaining strength as it continues to push to the east right now. Now, they did take Lauderdale County out of it. So if you are in Lauderdale County, that is now a severe thunderstorm warning for you all, but there is a tornado warning for Crockett County as well as Haywood County. Winds are moving around 50 miles an hour. I'm going to go ahead and put a new track on this storm, and it is moving north of Brownsville. So once I start calling your towns out, you need to make sure that you are in your safe place at this time, because this is a relatively serious cell. North of this area, we have been seeing some damage from another storm. But if you are in Brim's Corner or in Alamo, Gadsden at 1:09 p.m., and just for reference, it's 12:54 p.m. right now. Mason Grove at 1:11 p.m., Humboldt at 1:14 p.m., Three-Way at 1:17 p.m., Medina at 1:23 p.m., Milan at 1:25 p.m., Atwood at 1:32 p.m., and 1:35 p.m. Hickory Flat. That storm, the worst part of that storm will be on your doorstep. So please get into your safe place at this time. Make sure that you have multiple ways to get into notifications just in case you lose power. The winds are very high with this storm, and it looks like it could be gaining intensity. So I don't think that they're going to be expiring this tornado warning anytime soon, but they are trimming some of it back as the storm continues to push off to the east. So we did see Lauderdale removed from this tornado warning. However, if you're in Crockett or Haywood County, or if you have family members that are in Crockett or in Haywood County, you need to make sure that they know that this storm is coming. I'm gonna do a little bit of a reset too to let you know exactly what else is happening across the Mid-South, because this was not the only storm that we are watching this afternoon. In fact, there was a storm that was getting closer and closer to Phillips County and Arkansas, as well as Lee County. As of right now, that storm seems to be weakening, which is great news. But just a heads up, if you live in Helena, West Helena, this storm could be headed your way as well. Right now, it looks like it's a heavy rainfall storm, maybe a little bit of hail, high winds, but winds as of right now, not high enough to have a severe thunderstorm warning. And here in the metro Memphis area, there is only one small cell, definitely not big enough for a severe thunderstorm warning. So if you're living in Memphis, you don't have to worry about that. However, if you are in Crockett and Lauderdale County, as of right now, specifically Lauderdale County, this storm right here is really getting a little bit nasty. I want to check to make sure that there is not a debris signature here with this storm, just so that we are all on the same page here. As of right now, we're not really seeing much of a deep signature for it, but it is definitely gaining intensity as it continues to develop. They're not talking much in the National Weather Service chat about exactly what's going on. And if we put the radar and the storm tracks on there right now, we're not really seeing much of a difference as far as hail size or tornado impact. Right now, our system is saying a 0.0, but I will say that the hail size could be greater than 1.5 inches, and that could definitely do some pretty big damage. Morey City at 1 p.m., Alamo at 1:12 p.m., Brazil at 1:21 p.m., and Humboldt at 1:33 p.m. Just for reference, once again, it's 12:56. So you definitely need to be making sure that you are in your safe place at this time. Lauderdale is really getting the worst part of this storm right now here, and you know, it's one of those situations where some of these storms ahead of that cold front, they could pop up and they could definitely be giving some very high winds. So it's very imperative right now that you are in your safe place. We want to be away from those windows. You want to be in a basement. If you have a basement, maybe if you need to put the mattress over your head, make sure you are prepared, because this tornado warning is a serious situation in this area. A little bit north of here earlier this afternoon, maybe about an hour ago, there was a tornado warning, and that one actually caused some damage. It obviously wasn't a confirmed tornado just yet, but we've seen damage to a fire station there in that area. So please make sure that you take this storm seriously and get into your safe place. And if you know anyone that lives in Lauderdale County right now, give them a call and tell them, hey, make sure you're in your safe place, because this storm is coming your way, and it is definitely a cause for concern. I'll put the information on it once again, just so you know exactly what's going on. It's for Crockett and Haywood County, and it does not expire until 1:30 this afternoon. So we are going to stay on until this warning has been expired, because our main concern here at ABC 24 is that you all are safe. So if you're just now joining us, you're trying to watch basketball on CW30, unfortunately, we have to tell you all about this tornado warning and about this one cell that honestly is what we call very impressive for definitely some high winds and could produce a tornado. You just saw that updated radar scan there. As of right now, as far as rotation is concerned, we haven't seen any debris signature, which is good, especially radar indicated, because that would mean that there's some kind of debris in the air. However, if you live in that area, you know someone in that area, it is very imperative that they are in their safe place at this time. I'm going to draw another cone on it, and I'm going to call out some more towns for you so that you know exactly where you need to be and what you need to do, and you are in your safe place, just in case you are watching us and you are a little bit concerned about what is going on. So we'll put a question on there. And as of right now, you know, as far as this storm is concerned, we haven't had any damage reports, which is honestly really good. That tells us that the emergency managers in that area, the people that live in that area, they're not really seeing any damage, and that's good news to report. However, that doesn't mean that you need to let your guard down. That means that you need to go ahead and take precaution until this storm weakens completely. But if you're in Coxville, this storm will be at your doorstep at 1:04 p.m. Humboldt at 1:12 p.m., Gibson at 1:17 p.m., Medina at 1:21 p.m., Milan at 1:23 p.m., Gann at 1:28 p.m., Atwood at 1:30 p.m., Trezevan at 1:35 p.m., McLormisville at 1:37 p.m., and Jumbo at 1:40 p.m. This storm will be there. It's honestly kind of moving a little bit slower, so there's time for you to get in your safe place. Once again, it's 1:00 p.m. The warning does not expire until 1:30 p.m. So if you live in Jumbo, this is ample amount of time for you to go ahead and get into your safe place. However, if you are in Coxville, you only have 4 minutes to get there. Make sure you are getting there. Make sure you are away from those windows. That's most important, because as of right now, it looks like hail is definitely a really big concern with this one cell. So if you're talking about hail that's greater than 1 inch, that could definitely break your windows, cause some damage. So take a step away from the TV, go ahead and make sure that you are in your safe place at this time. It is definitely a very concerning storm. A little bit north of here, I can't stress it enough, we have already seen some damage reports from an earlier tornado warning. And that's another reason why they went ahead and they issued this warning for this storm. But I do agree with them. This is definitely a needed for a warning, especially when we're looking at this kind of a signature as of right now. This right north of Alamo is the worst of the storm right now. So if you do live in Alamo, you definitely want to get into your safe place. And I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit closer to the street level for people so we can see exactly where you should be getting into your safe place at this time. So if you live near Humboldt Lake Road, this is ahead of the storm. So you're not seeing that green on your screen right now because the storm, the worst of it, has not gotten to you yet. However, if you're on Humboldt Lake Road, Tinsley Road near Humboldt, as well as Cypress Tree Road, Franklin Turnage Road, please make sure that you are in your safe place at this time so that you are safe and your family is safe too from this one storm. It looks like that they are going to cancel this tornado warning. They just did that, which is great news for us. What we're going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of a reset and make sure that we all can see what is going on at this time. So this is going to zoom out. And as of right now, as you can see, this is the only severe thunderstorm warning. So that lets us know that the cell has weakened in the latest scans, which is great news. However, if you live in Lee and Phillips County in Arkansas, this storm is on the heavier side, which means that we're looking at some high winds, maybe some tiny sized hail, and some heavy rainfall. Throughout this afternoon, please make sure that you are weather aware because these storms could continue for the next few hours or so. As of right now, timing for these storms could be anywhere between now and around 7 or 8 o'clock this evening. We're going to be here in the studio and we're going to be making sure that you are aware. I do want to take you through a few things that you need to know before we get off the air this evening. We are in a level 2, which is a marginal risk for strong to severe thunderstorms. So that means high winds and hail are our two main concerns. But as you can see, we cannot rule out a tornado. That tornado warning that was just issued has been issued out of an abundance of caution, but still, you need to be prepared just in case. Make sure you have your weather radio in hand. Make sure you have multiple ways to get communications. You can get our app. It is free in the App Store as well as on Google Play, and it is free. You can text app to 901-321-7520, and that will send you a link directly to your phone. And you want to go ahead and do that so that you're prepared because most of the Mid-South right now under a tornado watch until 7 p.m. So please make sure that you are communicating with your family on what to do. It is also Saturday afternoon at 1:03 p.m. So some people could be trying to go out and go grocery shopping for the week, maybe getting a little bit of Christmas shopping going on. Please make sure that if you are in any of these yellow counties, which is most of our viewing area other than Poinsett and Cross County, as well as Mississippi County and Arkansas, make sure that you are in your safe place. You know what to do in case a tornado warning is issued. Our main concerns for today will remain as high winds, hail, and unfortunately, we can't rule out a tornado just like you saw with that tornado warning. For now, we're going to go ahead and return you back to regularly scheduled program now that that tornado warning has been expired, but we are still watching these storms as they develop, so please make sure that you keep it right here on ABC 24, and we'll bring you an update very, very shortly from all of these storms that are developing across the Mid-South. Hey, Hub.